This is Jeremiah Israel, and this is Jeremiah Report. I said several times to people I know and stuff like that that welfare might be coming to an end, and this little head has creeped up out of the blue. In Michigan, the Michigan passed a law that any welfare recipient kids don't go to school or skip school will be our parents and family will lose their benefits. Now, the rule states that if um if a student loses 10 days of school any given year, their parents can lose their welfare recipients, welfare check, and all their benefits and so forth and so on. Um, really, it's kind of weird that they got all these people going to school and the jobs are leaving this country like massive doses. People going to college, they're having a hard time getting a job and so forth and so on. There was people over there saying that if you can't go to school, you can't become presidents, you can't become mayors and stuff like that. And they're true that, but you know what I'm saying? How can you go? How can you get an education and get a job after school? There's no jobs out there. Same token, kids need their educations, and the parents need to be responsible enough to make sure they go to school. So, and on top of that, it's kind of even hard to even make sure your kids are going to school because the simple fact both parents are working and kids do not like school. So that's a difficult situation there for any other parent who's receiving benefits and so forth and so on. And they get their benefits cut off just like that. The end of welfare is coming very soon because if you look at the word welfare, you get farewell if you turn it backwards. People are so relied on this welfare recipient thing is beyond me. I mean, it's we have about over 100, maybe more than that, over 300,000 African Americans on welfare, probably more than that. So, what will happen if this country decides to get rid of welfare? And what will happen if they try to get a job, knowing darn well this country don't want black people working for some reason or the other? Like in my other video, I told you that this lady Yolanda Spiffy was had two accounts and so forth and so on, one white, one black, and that's right. She couldn't get a job as black, but she was having a lot of jobs as white. So, what is going on here? They're using these tools to get your kids in school and indoctrinated in school and so forth and so on. But if you don't make sure your kid go to school, you'll lose your benefits. Shouldn't it be for everybody? Why only for welfare recipients? It's not fair. It's as simple as that. Welfare is on its way out. And I'm sorry to say, a lot of people depend on this, like in Section 8, welfare checks, food stamps, and so forth and so on to survive. The economy is getting worse, and job rate is just as bad. People in this country, 9.9% of people are out of work. And in this country, that's a lot of damn people. That's a 9.9, no, I'm sorry, 4.0 percent of jobless rate in this country. 14.0. So, what is a person to do? Okay, if this keep on going the way it's going to be a lot of people out of welfare. It's going to be a lot of people doing crime. It's going to be a lot of people going into those stock market jails they got there, where they can have a lot of money by imprisoning you in jails. And how things going in this country and how the laws are passed right now, it's going to be a lot of people in jail. I'm talking about gulags. I'm talking about people wall to wall in their prisons. You think you had 2 people a cell, you might have 5 people to a cell sooner or later. And it's getting that bad. How the laws are passed is really getting ridiculous. This is what's happening in Michigan right now. They're just making it harder and harder on the middle class, and everybody thinking this is okay, it's a good thing, or it's a bad thing, and so forth and so on. They already put out a thing about, especially in the African American society, that school is not a good thing. You're not cool if you go to school. You're definitely not cool if you do good in school. So the mentality and the mentality is already there to the point where people do things just to get out of school. The teachers are one. I mean, teachers in the cities are some of the worst teachers in history. Even though they some of them probably care about their students, but a lot of them don't. After a while, dealing with a lot of students, they can't stand their students. They just teach. I've been there. I've been in these classes, and it's ridiculous. Now on top of that, when a kid goes to school, don't mean he's going to be in that school. He's going to stay in that school. Because the simple fact is, all you have to do is go out a side door. And then you'll be marked out and you'll never know. All of a sudden, you think your kid's doing good, your kid's doing good because he didn't come home or anything like that. Booyaka. Your checks are gone. This is what they're passing in Michigan. And simple as that. I mean, I remember I was not in junior high school or grade school, but in high school, I started skipping school. And I never went home. I just chilled with my friends and stuff like that, whatever. And my parents never knew until a report card came back. By the time then, your check is gone. But they says a bright part is, if your kid goes back in school, it stays in the school for 21 calendar days, you are good to go. You'll regain your checks. Now, personally, I think this is some kind of mental training going on by the government, where is a sense of control. You know how you ease in penalties for reward, ease in penalties for reward, and after a while, that penalties get worse and worse and worse and worse to the point that you don't know what the hell you're going to do. Now, if there was just a pushing in and say, if your kids don't go to school for miss school for 10 days, then you and your kids will not have welfare. They won't have nothing food to eat, no clothes on their back, and so forth and so on. What would happen if they do that right away? I tell you what would happen. It'll be a riot. But if you easing on in with these little rules here and there, you miss 10 days, you might get your welfare check taken away. Or, better yet, I tell you what, if he or she attends school 21 days in the head of, 21 days in the calendar month straight, then you get your check back. Teaser, trying to tell you, that is another form of progression. And I can't stress the word progression enough. This leads to what they thinking of doing. They're thinking about taking away your Section 8. They're thinking about taking away your welfare. They're thinking about taking away your benefits. And this is how they ease it on in with these crazy ass rules. You got one in Florida where you got the in Michigan where you could lose your whole check. Your whole world will fall apart. And it's simply that people rely on these checks, and they're up there playing with it. Sooner or later, It's not gonna be. It's gonna be no hold bar. If your kids miss 10 days, your welfare check is gone. Your benefits is gone. Everything you require from the government will be gone, and no way you getting it back. This is how they easing on there with the rules. Because the simple fact is that this is getting out of hand. Getting out of here. We gotta change the rules. We gotta change the rules. We gotta change the rules. We gotta make it more harder. We gotta make it more sterner. Any kids who miss 10 days of work, your welfare check is gone. Your benefits is gone. And the kids, they don't even understand that. Children, they're too busy being children. They don't understand that at all. And when your welfare check and your benefits is gone and so forth and so on, where do your kid goes? That's right, child welfare services. That's right. And then after that, you'll lose your kids, and there's a very, very good chance that you won't get them back. So just ease on there. See how you react or something like that. This is happening in Michigan, Detroit, right now. That state is in so much of a chaos. It is broken down. The whole state. I've been there. Whole state is broken down. And as simple as that. Booyaka. This is Jeremiah Israel, and this is the Jeremiah Report.